Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuouki Zuisoroku, or the fan disc material added to the PS3 version of Stories of the Shinsengumi. We are reading Harada's extras, and today we're doing his parts of the Shinsengumi Adventures Part 2. So we're going to be skipping the parts that we have read before, and reading the new text that we get with choices that we make specifically for him in this section. For our first choice, we have to again infiltrate Shimbara, so that does not result in any new text. Second choice, it might be nothing, but... what could they be plotting in there? This mission was really more lonely than I realized. I found myself beginning to jump at every small sound the longer I stayed by the door. Suddenly... Chizuru, there's been a request for you. Would you be so kind as to enter the room down the hall? Is that wise? What? Someone's requesting me? That's strange. I wonder who. Maybe one of the Shinsengumi that I'm supposed to report to? No one should have known I was even there. I just arrived, and there hadn't been any announcement. Kimikiku's laugh was clear and musical as she answered me with an amused smile. Oh, she knows. You'll uncover that mystery when you arrive. Please be on your way. Okay. Is it Sanosuke? I was still curious as to what the group of warriors was talking about, but I obediently headed toward the room where Kimikiko informed me the customer was waiting. Who's my visitor? Good evening. My name is Chizuru. I'm honored to serve. Please be kind to me. Butterflies swirling in my stomach, I carefully placed my fingers on the door in front of me as Kimikiko showed me, eyes down.
You don't ever have to be so stiff and formal with us, you know, Chizuru. Now look up.
Ah, so it's not just Sanosuke, he bought friends. Huh? My head shot up at the familiar voice, and there they were.
Hey, Chizuru, we're here. I don't think I'd ever get tired of seeing you dressed like this. You look beautiful.
Why, thank you. Good evening, Chizuru. Everybody's here? So I'm just serving for the party. You guys, why are you here?
Well, you see, we needed an energy boost after finishing everything, so we thought we'd come here. Everything's on me today, man. Eat as much as you want. You are the best, Chief. I'm going to get the priciest thing on the specials menu then. I always wanted to do that.
Okay. Bewildered, I didn't know what to think. I could only blink. When I finally focused on what was going on around me, I noticed food and sake had been delivered. I guess I wasn't the one who ordered it. I was supposed to be in the Sumi to spy on the suspicious group of Ronin. Should I really be relaxing here?
Don't worry about it too much. Just have a good time. No need to get all worked up over it.
Shouldn't I tell them about the conversation in the other room? Alright. Could be kind of important, maybe. The sake must have been strong, as faster than I thought possible, everyone became drunk. Things started getting silly. I can only imagine.
How you doing over there, Chizuru? Having fun?
Always with you guys. Yes. I can't have any of the alcohol, but this food is very tasty.
Hey, Kondo, do that thing. She hasn't seen it yet, right? Haha, you're right. Leave it to me.
What are you? Kondo flung up his hand, gripped tightly into a fist.
Observe. I've done nothing to this hand. Don't blink, though, as it'll disappear in a flash. Watch carefully.
His mouth opened wide, so wide, and he shoved his fist into it completely.
Awesome! It's Monster Mouth Kondo!
Jeez.
I didn't think you'd actually do it here where ladies can see. You're braver than I thought.
I wonder how many people can do that. I don't know how difficult a feat that really is. I definitely can't do it. I have a tiny mouth. My jaw is so small, in fact, that I had to have like a whole bunch of teeth pulled because my mouth was like really crowded. His face flushed with drink. Nagakura shouted and cheered so loudly my ears rang. Wow, that's amazing. How do you do it? He's part snake. He detaches his jaw.
You
might want to try taking your hand out before talking.
Kondo, you might want to take your fist out first. Unless you're intending to be cryptic.
I watched with some amusement as Kondo, Nagakura, and Harada laughed and joked around. Ah, good times. But wait, Not like the second half of the game. Usually, Heisuke would be right in the thick of things at a party like this, but I just realized he hadn't spoken in a while. As he passed out, glancing around, I found him sitting listlessly at the back of the room, his food untouched and eyes distant. Oh, is this the point where he's thinking about joining what's-his-name?
Well, what's up, Chizuru? Better watch or Kondo will get upset you missed it.
Oh, what's the miss? Is he gonna stick both his fists in his mouth? Did something happen to Heisuke? He looks... Harada glanced sideways at the corner containing the young man, then back at me.
That. Leave him be. There's no need for you to be concerned.
Okay. Even so, I didn't know if it was a good idea to just let him stay there alone. Well, since we're not pursuing him, we're just going to enjoy the evening. And ignore him. We'll come pat you on the back in your own route, Heisuke. Perhaps it was better to leave him there. He might not want me to butt into his problems, and while I was concerned, he could likely deal with it himself. So instead, I turned to my plate and began eating in earnest. In a pointed attempt to not look at Heisuke, I glanced around the room and realized there was no other geisha there. Yep, it's just me. Nagakura said they'd come to the Sumi to get a pick-me-up for the long day they had to look forward to tomorrow, but... Harada? Can I ask you something?
What is it?
He stopped in the middle of pouring himself a drink and turned his full attention to me. Why are all of you really here? If you came to enjoy some sake, then having more geisha around would make the situation livelier. They just wanted to see your pretty face, Chizuru. At that, Harada's lips twitched up into a small smile. He leaned in and lowered his voice.
It was Kondo's idea.
Really?
He heard from the watch that you looked a bit down in the dumps. And you know how he is. He started worrying you had a bad customer, or one of the women was treating you harshly. He got it into his head that you needed cheering up, and so he gathered us together to come for a visit.
Oh, so sweet. Oh, I see. So they traveled all this way just for me. I was torn. Half of me felt horrible for worrying them, but the other half was quite happy they cared enough to check on me.
Hey, Nagakura, maybe you should cut yourself off for the night. Your hand looks pretty shaky holding that cup. Oh, I'm totally fine. This much won't get me drunk. But, Kondo, since when have there been two of you? You never told me you had a twin brother.
Okay, yeah, he definitely needs to cut off.
No, there's only one of me like always. Well, he's totally 3 sheets to the wind. I'm not drunk in the least. See, look, completely sober.
And then he falls down. He didn't even get to finish his sentence before his eyes rolled back in his head. He toppled over unconscious before he reached the floor. The room was filled with soft snoring. Totally expected.
He never changes. Still can't tell where his limit is. Yukimura, what do you want to do? Should we leave you to get back to your investigation? Don't want to be a bother.
What should I say? Let's see, I should say... What will you do, Harada? Will you be going back with everyone, Harada?
No, I think I'll stay a bit longer. I'd like to have some more of the sake. Why do you ask?
Oh, it's nothing. I just wanted to see what you were doing so I could decide what I was doing.
Nagakura looks to be at his limit, so we'll go ahead and take him home with us.
Damn, so heavy. Hurry up and wake the hell up, Shin. Always have to be a pain in the ass. He grumbled loudly, but still shifted a shoulder under his friend to hold him up as they exited the room.
Well, Harada, we'll leave the rest to you. Don't worry about curfew. I'll let Toshi know what's going on. Thanks. I'll see you later then.
Kondo and Heisuke helped Nagakura out the door, and I found myself alone with Harada. Just as I planned. He settled back into his seat and reached for one of the bottles of sake. Oh, would you like me to pour that for you?
Yeah, I suppose you may as well.
I carefully tipped the bottle over his cup and poured a small amount in. I could feel his gaze on me the whole time. Not once did it waver, nor did he look away. He seemed to be studying me.
We came here to cheer you up, but I guess we just caused you trouble instead. I'm sorry.
How's that? Oh no, not at all. I know I'm on a mission, so I shouldn't be thinking this way, but it's been fun. The concerned expression on his face melted into relief. Finally, he took a sip from the cup he'd been holding.
I see. That's good to hear. Everyone was worried about you. We thought you might get anxious if you were stuck here by yourself.
Yeah, I missed you guys, but, Does that mean, were you worried too? He glanced at me, emotions flashing across his face. Was that a touch of embarrassment I saw? Well, he's not blushing. After pausing to drink his sake again, he narrowed his eyes.
Well, yes, I was. I'm not some sort of demon who'd send an innocent girl to a place like this without remorse. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Oh. Is that why you're staying behind here right now? You're worried? He didn't answer right away. Instead, he stared down at his sake cup, the liquid in it rippling as he sat in deep thought. He seemed to be deliberating about something.
Well, that's not the only reason.
What do you mean? He looked up at me, and then took a second look, his attention caught on something. In the space of a breath, he leaned in close, his face taking up my entire range of vision.
Chizuru, hold still.
Huh? What's going on? Suddenly, Harada's hands were cradling my face, their touch gentle, though I could feel the strength they contained. Huh? His unblinking gaze was directed straight at me. I was so stunned, the only thing my mind could do was catch on details. Oh, his face looked so beautiful there. What I would give to have him stare at me like that. The smooth slope of the bridge of his nose, how his eyes were slightly red-rimmed from drinking, the fact that little puffs of warm air caressed my cheek from his lips being so near. What was going on? He was suddenly really close. I forgot how to use my voice. My thoughts were still trying to catch up to what was happening. I could only gape in disbelief. He didn't appear to notice. His eyes drifted to my mouth and lingered there. He wants to kiss me. His stare unnerved me so much, I was afraid to breathe. Air shuddered into my lungs once, and I held it. A thumb slowly slid across my cheek and jaw to gently brush against the edge of my lips. My eyes flew shut. I braced myself. You better not pass out.
Your lipstick is a little smudged. Must have been from when you were eating earlier.
Is that all? Come on! That better just be an excuse. The pad of his thumb carefully wiped at my lips. Lipstick? When nothing else happened, I hesitantly opened my eyes. How disappointing.
What, you thought I was going to do something else?
Well, yeah, with all the touching. His lips twitched into a grin, his shoulders shaking as if he was holding back a laugh. You jerk. Oh, no. So my lipstick was smeared somehow, and he was just fixing it for me. My face flamed. What in the world had I been doing? The whole time I was serving you, my makeup had been a mess. I'm so embarrassed. Why didn't you fix it earlier then?
What are you talking about? That was nothing. No need to fret. Much better to be like that than to have the sly, conniving look the geisha here all have. That pure appearance makes you even more adorable.
You really think so?
Yeah, well, I do anyway.
When he gazed at me with such a heated look in his eye and a tender smile, a particular spot deep within my heart threatened to melt. At least, that was how he looked to me. I knew I was imagining more than what was really there. He'd moved to fix my makeup and nothing else, because I was sure he thought of me as a younger sister. I had to... You fixed the smear, right? Then I should... I wrenched my eyes away from his penetrating stare and made to get up to leave.
No, please wait. Could we stay like this for just a little while longer?
As long as you want. He didn't release his hold on my chin, his cool fingers burning imprints in my skin. The look he gave me was hooded and incredibly warm, emotion flickering in his eyes that was likely a result of the alcohol. Even though I knew that, my heart refused to calm down. Instead, it thundered at a frantic pace. You want to stay? Why? He looked at me, almost as if he was afraid to glance away. His voice was low and rough when he answered.
The chances of me seeing you like this again are slim. I want to memorize you right now, so I'll never forget.
Oh, this whole scene... My face felt like it was on fire, and I couldn't seem to control the rapid beating of my heart. His unblinking eyes were on mine, and I found I wasn't able to bear their intensity, so I had to look down. My whole world seemed to narrow to simply Harada, here with me. My blood pounded, and I felt hot. But strangely, I didn't want to move. I slowly raised my eyes to look back at him. Out of nowhere. Darn it, I thought we were going to get a kiss. The sliding door was roughly shoved open, voices and footsteps quickly following.
There's a Shinsengumi leader in here, right?
There has to be. I heard someone say they saw their chief, Isami Kondo, coming out of this place. A small group of Ronin had stepped inside the room.
What's this? Pretty rude of you to barge in while I'm having a good time. Hey, I've seen that face before. Wait, it's Harada, captain of the 10th Division. You know of me, and you still entered. I can't decide if you're brave or foolish. Don't really mind either way, of course.
You talk big, but you don't even have your spear with you. You're nothing now. A rousing battle cry bellowed from the warriors, and they all charged Harada at once. He didn't appear concerned with the disadvantage for an instant, easily routing the group in only a few moments. Jeez, he is good.
Unfortunately, being bold was your only good feature. Too bad you didn't have the skills to back it up. Try to make sure you can actually take the opponent before you pick a fight with them. Saves time on both sides. Damn you!
With much groaning and gritting of teeth, the defeated men pushed themselves to their feet. One of them angrily flung out his hand to point at Harada.
Remember this. The day we attack your headquarters, my blade will find your neck.
That doesn't happen. He spat on the ground and made to exit the room, but not before Harada tensed, his expression shuddering.
Hey, hold on. What the hell do you mean attacking headquarters?
Oh, you slipped.
Crap!
The man's face paled immediately, and he took a step backward.
How about you boys tell me everything? Would you believe I'm extremely interested in your plan?
He took one step forward and another, until the warriors had nowhere to go. With a little persuasion, Harada convinced them to reveal their plot to attack the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. Apparently that had been the reason they'd been meeting night after night at Shimbara. With the information they obtained, the Shinsengumi was able to prevent the attack from even occurring, and the whole incident was resolved quietly. Hooray! A few days later, I was out on rounds with the 10th Division when we passed by Shimbara. It made me think back on that night, and everything that happened as a result.
You know, you did a great job back there. I was able to uncover what they were planning all thanks to you.
No, I didn't do anything. I wouldn't have been able to get the information on my own if you hadn't stayed behind.
Are you kidding? It's because you went into the Sumi as a geisha that this whole thing worked out like it did.
Mostly it was blind luck, really. Our conversation continued on in that vein for some time, until we were interrupted.
Hey, Harada, not going to stop by today? Got a bunch of cute girls this time. Come on now, why don't you call for one or two of my geisha for once? All the girls are moping because they haven't seen you lately.
He's taken, guys. A couple men I assumed were their barkers called out to Harada as we came near. Their friendly banter suggested they knew him fairly well. Sounds like you're really popular with the geisha. They want you to go visit them. It was impressive, but instead of looking pleased, Harada appeared troubled.
I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm going to hold off on visiting the district for a while. What? How come? Did you get sweet on someone and you're holding off?
That's right.
This is big news. If it gets out that you, the charming Harada, have fallen, do you know how many hearts will be broken?
Both of them were rattled by his statement. Clearly he had never refused them before. You're just gonna miss his money. Harada, is it true that you have a girl you're interested in? Ah, you foolish, blind girl. He glanced over at me, his gaze catching mine and holding it. He nodded. He just admitted it.
Honestly, I can't be satisfied with just any girl, now that I saw the vision of beauty you were that night. Can't get it out of my head.
He actually admitted it to me! I can't believe it! What? Suddenly, he leaned over and wrapped his arms around my neck and shoulders in a loose embrace.
Sorry, this right here is the one I'm crazy over, and that's why I don't like playing around with women.
The The men looked stunned. All they could do for a few moments was stand there blinking while they processed his declaration. And he did say he doesn't like playing around with women now, so I guess they do think I'm a guy, and now he's just saying he likes guys. Finally.
See, now that I think about it, I did hear that some warriors are all for that type of thing. Well, if it's like that, then of course you wouldn't be interested in Shibata.
It was clear that they were puzzled. They continued speaking in low voices to each other, nodding in agreement.
What's going on? They reacted kind of weird. Can't be the first time they heard that line, but yet they're staring at me like I grew another head.
Well, I'm dressed as a man right now. How did you not realize that?
Oh.
Understanding dawned, and with it creeping horror.
No, you don't understand. I'm not interested in men that way.
Flustered and stuttering, Harada began desperately babbling excuses.
Well, it is true the Shinsengumi compound only has men in the household. I can't decide if the girls who have crushes on him will be sad about this or...
Yeah, someone might be kinda fantasizing.
Hey now, I said it was a misunderstanding. Don't act like it all makes sense somehow.
There was no way for him to stop people from talking, of course, so rumors spread like wildfire. Oh. Soon everyone in Shibata was convinced, at least for a while, that Harada was in love with a man. Oh, poor Sanosuke. See, I knew it. I knew I would love Sanosuke's clips. He's definitely going to have the best of them. Well, next up will be Harada Memories of Love 2. So hope to see you there for that one, or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.